Hello, once again, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show, self-talk-ish. I am your host, Darth Tuba, and I'm going to talk with you today about comic packs. Okay, now what are comic packs? Well, back at about, I would say, well, let's see. I need to get an actual year here. I would say in the mid-2000s, 2005, 2006, 2007, Hasbro released sets of two-pack figures that were each related to a comic book. And this is pretty cool, and it was neat because it was kind of an expanded universe thing. It existed with the comic books, which were kind of considered expanded universe. Well, not kind of, they were. And they essentially were able to break into utilizing figures that really didn't have any part in the actual movies themselves, or Clone Wars, or anything of that nature. Sorry, my heat just went on. So instead, they would try to focus on different characters that you would not normally see. So they came out with a whole heaping load of comic book packs, and I'm going to feature some of them for you today. Now, we've actually opened a few comic packs in previous episodes. You can look back on them and see if you can locate them. I'm on 430 plus episodes, so it's possible that they might be a little harder to find. But so I'm going to kind of go through them, and again, these are in no particular order. Okay, I'll give you just I'll show you the comic, and we'll go from there. This one is Revenge of the Sith, number 30. Okay, and it's actually it's Obi-Wan Kenobi and Bail Organa, and the twins. Yes, the twins, Luke and Leia. This is essentially when Obi-Wan, at the end of Revenge of the Sith, when it is decided that Obi-Wan and would take Luke to Tatooine, and Bail Organa would take Leia. Now, obviously, this is a movie clip, scene to an extent, but it was a comic. It's based on the comics, so that's pretty cool. And again, each 2-pack comes with, well, in this case, I guess you could say it's a 4-pack, and then it comes with the 2 action figures, and it comes with the comic book, a copy of the comic. So that's pretty cool. All right, what else we got here? Here's another one. There's another Revenge of the Sith one. Now, it's funny, I told you how it's based on expanded universe, but I do think I have at least 2 that were Revenge of the Sith. So obviously this is Anakin and Count Dooku, and haven't opened this before. I don't know if the Count Dooku comes with removable head or arms. So who knows? I guess you could open them up and find out. It looks like he might actually lose his arm. I don't know. Well, we'd have to see. But so some of these might be repacks, okay, depending on the characters. These figures came out in 2008, 2007, 2008. Okay, this is one that was pretty highly sought after. This is the Star Wars number 19, meaning that was the comic book number 19. This is around the 30th anniversary celebrating, so 2006, 2007. This is Quinlan Voss and Vilmark Gronk, okay? And again, these are characters from inside of this comic book. Sorry for the glare. There you can see, okay? Some of these, I think this might be the only time we actually see these characters. So, pretty cool stuff. All right, now I have to be careful how I stack all these before they start to fall apart. We have X-Wing Rogue Leader, number 2. Storm Commander and General Weir. All right, so again, and you can see, I'll show you the back of this one. There, come here. A lot of these figures are probably pretty easy to manipulate. So here's what they look like, and then of course she's collect all the ones, so it's kind of cool. All right, so that's a neat one. You can see there's a lot of these. I may have to. I'm looking around the room, and I have them hanging literally all around me. So I'm going to just showcase the ones I can get to in this thing, and then I'll decide if I want to put together a second episode or just kind of tack them on the end. We have Star Wars Empire number 39, featuring Lieutenant Junlin and Dina Shan. Okay, so these are actually 2 Imperial officers. Now, I'll be very honest with you. I do not have an excessive knowledge of the comic book storylines that existed in the expanded universe. I did read the original Marvel comics. I have all of them. But I did not read all of the different iterations of Star Wars comics that existed in the 90s and the 2000s. I haven't even done more recent study of the post Disney acquisition, but it is cool to see them branch out into expanded universe characters. I'm sure Hasbro figured out ways to just utilize bodies of other characters and just sculpt heads. Probably a lot cheaper to do it that way. So I'm kind of doing this too because I'm going to try to gather them all up into one location. Okay, here we have this is Star Wars number 19, and this is Ibitsam and Nrin Vakil. Okay, this is Rogue Squadron comic book, and that's cool. You got some really neat, obviously, bodies are just standard X-Wing fighter pilot. Okay, and then head sculpts looks like it could be Admiral Akbar and Squidhead, or whatever they call him. And they've just kind of did some repaints, but it comes with a nice comic book. I think it was a really neat thing. I mean, and for the price, I believe these ran around $20 or $15-$20. You're getting 2 figures and a comic book with it. That's pretty good. So, and I have not opened these up yet. To be perfectly frank, I haven't opened them up yet because I'm really afraid that if I open them up, I'm not going to know who these characters are outside of their boxes, or having not read the comics. If I do open them up, what I would sometimes do is cut out their names and put them with the character inside one of those plastic, clamshell cases, just so I at least know who they are. All right, moving on here. Let's see. Dark Empire 2. Here we go. Emperor Palpatine clone and Luke Skywalker. And this is kind of semi-evil Luke Skywalker. I did read this comic. I did read the Dark Empire and Dark Empire 2 comics, and Luke in that story went kind of full dark side to try to understand them better, how to defeat them, and he was kind of getting lured in too much. So, and there was a clone of the Emperor, and they had a big fight towards the end. So, expanded universe, kind of imitating a little bit of Skywalker's real saga with Rise of Skywalker. Who knows? So it was cool to see that. My little Darth Maul in here is getting in the way. All right, dude, watch it. All right, moving on. We have Star Wars number 11, Coyote Mundi and Shared Het. It looks like we have Coyote Mundi in a farmer getup, including with a little hat there in the center, and a Tusken Raider, or at least a Jedi who lives among the Tusken Raiders. Now this is one I might want to open up and read. It's Star Wars number 11. I don't know if it's the whole story, but it looks like it's a pretty cool idea. And Coyote Mundi they've already made, so it was pretty easy to try to create a different kind or a different costume or whatnot. Okay, and moving on. Here we go. Star Wars Legacy number 22. Darth Krayt and Siegel Dare. And you can see Darth Krayt is pretty bad, what. Looking pretty monstrous there. It's pretty cool stuff. Okay. Continuing. As I said, they made a lot of comic book packs. We've got, Luke Skywalker and Dina Shan again. Star Wars Rebellion. Here's some characters that existed in the comic universe and, found themselves in a bunch of different series. So there you go. There you go. Star Wars Rebellion. Let's make sure this thing doesn't fall on me. Okay. Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron. Wedge Antilles and Borsk Felia. Kind of cool that they have characters from that exist. Well, Wedge Antilles we all know, but Borsk was one of the characters from the Heir to the Empire, the original Thrawn trilogy of books that started with Heir of the Empire and actually revitalized. I mean, any credit for revitalizing the Star Wars franchise. And there were 2 characters. Wedge was in that, and Borsk was in it as well. So pretty cool stuff. All right. And okay, how we doing here? All right, good. Ooh, all right. We got Lumia and Luke Skywalker from Star Wars number 96. Okay, we got looks like a a different type of head sculpt that you could replace. Lumia is the Dark Lady of the Sith. Okay, and there's Luke, kind of similar to his Bespin fatigues, except it looks like he's sleeveless. Kind of weird, but okay. All right, pretty cool stuff. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to give you. I haven't been giving you the years. This one's 2009. So as I said, this is like the latter half of the 2000 aughts. Okay, it looks like I have touched upon all of the comic book packs that are on the shelf. So let's grab a couple of these and start talking about some of them. Oops, just knocked over a pin there. Okay, we got Star Wars Republic. Thom and Cha Sa. I am sorry if I'm butchering those names. Okay, these are Jedi Masters that were around during the Clone Wars. 2009. Okay, again, I don't know these stories, so I can't tell you their importance, unless they're characters that I've heard of. Like, here's another one, Star Wars number 29. Baron Sunterfell and Isan Isard. Okay, so you got some other characters. Sometimes they, as you can see, sometimes the characters have been, might have appeared more than one of these comic packs, but dressed differently. And you can see this was an Entertainment Earth exclusive. I don't know if you can see above my head, but I am sitting in a basement area with an exposed roof, and I use my rafters to kind of hold everything. But it's nice to every so often take them down and show you. As you can see, we have quite a few here. Okay, this is Star Wars number 2, another Entertainment Earth exclusive. Montross and Jaster Muriel. There you go. You can see kind of Mandalorian types. Of course, Mandalorian means something very different these days, or could potentially mean something very different these days. Okay, let's get 2 down here. All right, we got Jarrell and Roland Dyer. Star Wars number 6, another Entertainment Earth exclusive. Knights of the Old Republic, I think these some of these have existed from, or KOTOR, as some people say. There you go. It's nice to revisit these, Star Wars number 7, Delia Blue and Darth Nihil. And I love the comic of a Jedi Luke Skywalker looking very much like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And there's the characters. Very different than anything we've seen. So, again, Entertainment Earth. Entertainment Earth had a lot of exclusives. All right, so what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Let me see if I can get you this one and this one. Ah, here we go. Star Wars number 94. There's some Ewoks for you. A little Ewok action. And this one, due to their size, this was a 3-pack. The Ewoks are, oh boy, Machuk, Quilich, and Ketch. There you go. Great way to do a little Ewok army building during the time when these came out. All right, I got to be careful now. I think I'm going to do 2 more. Okay, this is Star Wars Tales. Oh, now I did read Star Wars Tales. Those were just short stories, a bunch of them in each comic, and they were kind of like Star Wars' version of what if stories. They didn't really, well, that Star Wars Infinities was really the more Star Wars what if story, but Star Wars Tales were just some bonker kind of, thinking outside the box types of stories that took place. And this includes IG-97 and Rom Mok. So you can see that IG-97 essentially is a battle droid with a weird looking head, and Rom Mok just is another Imperial. Some pretty cool stuff. All right, one more. We'll do one more for this one because this stack of figures is going to come crashing down if I'm not careful. All right, last one. Total random. All right, and this is Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron number 1. And this is Plur Elo and Diller Nep. And again, pardon for butchering. 2 standard Imperial pilots, 1 Celestrian, like Ninum or Ninum, with a beard. And their helmets, very, very cool stuff. All right, so that will do it for part 1 of this very special comic pack shelf talk. Okay, I will get back to you shortly with a part 2, but in the meantime, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, do all that other fun stuff. Welcome to our new subscribers. If you'd like to support the channel, well, first of all, liking and subscribing is the easiest and cheapest way to do that. But if you want to support it a little more, check out my TeePublic store. We're always looking for, we have some great Star Wars and Darth Tuba related art that we would love you to put on get on a t-shirt or a mug or something of that nature. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.